It's been a tough week for vehicles to navigate the streets of Erie and in Erie County as the roads continue to receive plowing. One agency is reminding people of good tips to keep in mind.
That's AAA. AAA putting out information that despite the roads being more accessible, there are still Pennsylvania laws to keep in mind. Our Caleb Yager is joining us live outside. You have more, Caleb, on what exactly AAA is putting out tonight.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and Eve. After talking with AAA and even driving around myself earlier today, the roads seem, at least for right now, clear, better than they were just a couple of days ago. You can see actually some pavement as a good sign right here in front of our studios here on State Street. But a couple of things that really stuck out today from my conversation with AAA. They've been getting an influx of calls, and the two main themes that they're noticing are people who are calling about car batteries and also people who are having trouble getting out and they need those tow trucks when they're stuck on the side of the road.
Our call volume in this area alone nearly doubled this week.
A busy week to say the least for Jim Garrity at AAA. The organization reports that 46% of all bad weather crashes occur during the winter. The heavy snow and bad road conditions play a factor in nearly 500,000 crashes and more than 2,000 road deaths each year.
The biggest thing you can do to keep yourself safe in the wintertime is stay off the road. Obviously, that's going to be the easiest way to avoid a potential crash.
Garrity explains two kinds of calls that AAA receives during the snowy months.
Dead batteries because of the really intense cold. And people who need winched out, maybe they've gone off the side of the road, they need pulled out situations, tows, things like that.
A couple of tips from Garrity when getting your car ready for the road. First of all, make sure all the snow is off the vehicle, which is Pennsylvania state law. And under the hood, make sure your batteries are working because that's one of the biggest calls that AAA gets this time of year. And make sure you have enough windshield wiper fluid.
Pennsylvania laws to keep in mind. Drivers are to make reasonable efforts to remove accumulated ice or snow from the motor vehicle, and it is illegal to leave a running vehicle unattended on a public street, even if you're trying to warm up your car.
I personally know somebody who was impacted by this when a giant shard of ice came through her front window and nearly killed her. I mean, these are things that you need to keep in mind heading out the door, not just because they're the law, but because you could potentially be putting people in harm's way.
And to add on to this law about leaving your vehicle unattended, you can do that if it's in your private driveway. And the reason for the law is to make sure that there's a decrease in the amount of thefts because that's an opportunity. But if you're wanting to start your vehicle early, you're going to have to either go inside the vehicle or at least be around it while it's warming up. Reporting live outside of the Erie News Now studios, Caleb Yager, Erie News Now.